In this video, I want to show you how to edit a simple video in Final Cut and then export it. So, start off by launching Final Cut. I do not see it in my dock, so I'm going to come up to the spotlight. I use the keyboard command spacebar, type in Final Cut, open Final Cut. I like that. It's much easier. Anything I can do with a keyboard shortcut, I would rather do that than use the mouse. But there's almost always more than one way to do something. I want Final Cut, by the way, to stay here for my next video, so I'm going to just drag it somewhere else. Just dragging it that far, now it will stay. Here's the video we have from the last time. You'll notice as I move my mouse over the top, you'll hear, that's called scrubbing. I'm not clicking, I'm just dragging my mouse across. If you do not hear audio feedback as you do that, that's right here. Turn audio skimming on or off. That's the shift key. You may accidentally hit that keyboard shortcut one time and turn it off. So look for that. Now, as I go, I see the video live, but I do not have audio. I like the audio. Okay. The way you select piece, for example, if I'm looking and I say, I want this piece, I just click and drag. And if you look close, you can see the audio waveforms. I don't know if I can zoom in on this. I can't. The audio waveforms right there, and you can adjust, get pretty close. I like to be a little more exact than this clicking. But let me show you a few more things, and I'll show you some shortcuts for editing. Right here, this is where I will see all my footage. Now, if I drag this to the left, this shows me every clip represented by the same size thumbnail. The more I slide this to the right, the more you'll see a proportional change. For example, the longer clip is that last one. The others are relatively shorter. If I drag it out here, and then this torn edge means that clip continues. That's the whole clip. And the yellow is what I've selected. You may or may not have these audio waveforms showing, and that's right here under this button. Click this. I can show the audio waveforms or not. Hang on, what happened? Turn that off. I'm not sure why it's something wonky going on. Yeah, okay. Just a glitch. Anyway, so this is without the waveforms. I like showing the waveforms because it helps me see where the audio is stopping. Now I know I want to use this third clip here because that's, I shot it, I should know. And I can change the height of them right here if I want. But anyway, I'm going to leave it like that. I like it like this. And I think that might be good. I might drag it out to 10 seconds. We'll see. And I'm just going to, if I'm just here and I tap the space bar. Okay, when you first get, now I could with my mouse get right close to that, but I like to do it another way. I like to listen, and I'm going to tap the space bar with my thumb. Okay, when you, and right there, as soon as I hear myself talking, okay. And what you don't see is I'm using the J, K, and L keys. The J key will go back normal speed. The K will stop the video. The L will go forward. So I'm going to hit the space bar to play. Okay. I pause with the space bar and I'm going to go back just a little bit. Right there. Now, the very beginning of what I want, I've just selected. I'm going to press the letter I. That marks the beginning of this. That's my end point. That's like marking my range. I press the letter I. When I find the end, I'm going to press the letter O. So let me come down here where the end is and just play with the space bar and import it into Final Cut or whatever program you're going to use. And right there, that's where I want to end. So I'm going to press the letter O, which is the same as set the end range. O, and now you'll see that I've got that whole thing selected. Now I need to create a project. This is just my raw footage. A project is where it all happens, where the editing happens. I've just marked what I want to put in. And by the way, I can change this now, and it still is going to keep the same part selected. Just easier to click and drag. Create a new project. I'm going to call this initializing new SD card, because that's what it's about. Click OK. And in my version of Final Cut, the projects are right here. Your version, the projects may show up over there. Minor difference between our two versions. Okay, with that one still there, I could edit them in. There are two types of, well, several types. We're going to use this one mainly. This is, it will append the selected clip. This clip, it will add it to my timeline. So just click that. Again, there's a keyboard shortcut, E. Just click and put it down there, or you can just click and drag. Okay, and we're going to do that. Now this is my project. This is where all the fun happens. This is where we can put lower thirds over that, everything. I can slide this to see the end. Here's a zoom tool. I can zoom to see more or less of it. Let me slide that back. My whole project. And if I slide this to the left, my timeline is shrinking. My video is not getting shorter. I just see more in the timeline, or I can zoom in really close. A keyboard shortcut that I like is Shift Z. So Shift Z will make this fit the whole viewable space. It doesn't make it longer or shorter, it just makes it fit so I can see my whole project. So I'm going to hold down the Shift key and tap the letter Z, and there it is. Over here, the same as up here, I get these options. I also have the same options for my timeline down here. I can show names or angles, clip names. I can do some presets. I pretty much like this one, but I'll shorten it up a little bit, like that. That's how I do it. Okay, we're ready to. Now, normally it is never this simple to edit. There are many, many things. You're going to have many clips, interviews, B-roll, all that, and you'll be dragging them down, cutting, but we're just keeping it simple. Then we export. Here's a share button right here, share destinations. The same thing is found underneath here, share, and these share destinations will also pop up when I click this. So either one, if you know exactly where you're going to go, this is what we're going to choose, but I'm going to show you on the other button where it is. So we're going to export Apple devices 720p. Most of the time that's what we'll use in our class. So here I'm going to click this. Apple devices 720p. Brings up a window. Maybe. Here we go. Now, before you click share, you need to look at some things. First of all, you can change the name of your file. You can change what the description's about. You can put the creator there. Right now, this is just saying I'm using the guest account right there. But right here under settings, I want you to change something. The very first time you use many of these settings, it's going to try and put it right into iTunes. It's going to add it to iTunes. We don't want to do that in our class. So you'll click here and say do nothing, or click on do nothing. Now you'll notice the share. See, when it was on library, it was just share. When you change it to do nothing, it gives us the dots and it says next. So we're going to click on next. Here is, it's asking us where do you want to save it, new documents. If you click this triangle, it'll give us more options. We can see where we're going to save it more. Rather than documents, I suggest you put it on the desktop for now, and then choose where to save it later. The desktop is a good place to find it. I recommend you don't save everything there. You start cleaning up after a while, but for now, I'm going to click save. And this is going to take a while, but I can keep working. Now, if I click on this heads-up display, this percentage here, I'm familiar with this, so you know, well, hey, I hit that share. You see, I hit share, but yet it's not doing anything. I'm going to give it a second name here. I'll say 2. I'll hit next. I'll say, oh, well, what's going on? I don't see it. It goes away. It looks like, anyway, it is working in the background. Now, I don't want this other one, so I'm going to cancel that other one. But this is the one that's going on right now, and that's going to take a while. So I'm going to end the video right here. This may take, depending on the length of your video, anywhere from a few minutes to 10, 15, 20 minutes. So when it gets busy in the year, you make sure you start exporting in the middle of class because other kids need to use the computers. Anyway, that's it for this video.